Hey there everyone, it's Jenn, the board game librarian, and today I'm going to be taking a look at How to Fail at Flirting by Denise Williams. How to Fail at Flirting was published last year, December 2020, by Penguin Random House Books, and it is Denise Williams' debut book. Hooray! Love it! This is also one that we had chosen for Manchester Public Library's bookmarked box, which I've talked about before, most particularly with the Other Mother series. So we have this subscription box series that we offer for our library patrons at no cost, where each month you get in there a brand new best-selling book, a custom bookmark, a reading list, and then some tchotchkes of sorts. You do have to check out the book and the box, but you return both of those and you keep everything else. So a pretty good deal. So December's pick was a steamy open door romance, and my coworker Valerie had chosen this one. In How to Fail at Flirting, we have Naya. She is an academic professor and with education, most particularly math, at a university. And she's stuck in a rut. She hasn't dated anyone in a very long time, and the last person that she dated was just no good. He was abusive, verbally and physically, and it left her very scarred, very, very scarred. So she's having problems trusting people, putting herself out there, and she likes making lists sometimes. So with the help of her good friend and her friend's husband, they encourage her to go out on the dating scene. She ends up at a bar one evening and just randomly hits on some guy, and sparks fly. This gentleman's name is Jake, and he ends up being Naya's love interest for the continuum of this book. I've talked in a couple of other more recent of my steamy romance reviews how I didn't really think that the romance or the attraction between some of the characters was really quite there. The attraction between Naya and Jake is steamy, very, very steamy. Very good connection between the two of them. Jake is very good for Naya. He's helping her repair all the pieces of her that her ex-boyfriend had broken, and he's really boosting her confidence. Come to find out, Jake is part of a consulting team which has come to her university to determine which departments have too much overhead, are not essential anymore. So we have a little bit of conflict going on with that. You know, should they be dating? Should they have to tell people? How's that going? There's also conflict when Naya's ex-boyfriend, whom is also an academic and had been at another university, suddenly shows up. And he's sending her very threatening text messages, compromising pictures of her that have been taken in kind of a particular moment. And there's a showdown scene at the end. A very good resolution on what happens between Naya and her ex-boyfriend. Naya really comes to her own again in this book. She's very confident at the end. She's self-assured and knows what it is to be herself and to stand up for herself, to stand alone. And I really liked that. So the steamy scenes in this book were quite steamy. So if you are not into that, I would not recommend this book. But if you are into that, I would highly recommend this book. Realistic, not over the top or just very realistic. This book came in at, let's see, 328 pages. And there were a couple of times when it did flag a little bit and did get a little slow, things that I would have perhaps cut out. But I did overall really enjoy this one. I gave it a 3.5. And I think the cover is really attractive on this. And, you know, we definitely have Naya approaching Jake here. And, you know, I think it's quite attractive. I'm looking forward to reading more of Denise's books in the future. And I would love to know what you think of this book if you've read it. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.